We will wait for a few followers to get in here, and we will get started with episode 91.
Sounds
Our
good.
last breakdown episode.
That's crazy.
We literally just started doing this, I feel like a month ago.
I know.
Yeah, like,
It's like
wow.
this, it's flown by
Yeah, it
for sure.
has. It definitely has for sure. But so far so good with the
Yeah.
season. I mean, we're gonna have an episode probably next week. We'll do like our official thoughts, breakdowns, whatnot of
Yeah.
just the season. So,
Yeah. I like
but
it.
yeah. All right, hold on. Let's wait. Give it another 15, 20 seconds and we will get started here.
All right.
Kind of lengthy episode here. Okay. All right. We are going to get started. People are jumping in. Guys, welcome back to episode 91 of Titos&Chicken, your unofficial South Carolina Gamecocks podcast, coming at you with a low country state of mind. Lindsay, what's going on, girl?
Hey, what's up? Not.
Yeah, doing good, doing good.
Yeah, hanging in there. I'm ready for Thanksgiving.
Guys, her and I are both ready for Thanksgiving, but I was going to say we're both ecstatic coming off of a Auburn win last Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
I mentioned this before. It is so much fun doing this podcast after a Gamecock win than a Gamecock loss.
Yeah.
That following week after the Missouri game, we were here. We were here, but I feel like we weren't completely here.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have that. It's nice to get that W against
Oh, yeah.
Auburn. That was huge. A lot of
Yeah.
us weren't expecting that
No.
for the most part.
Uh-uh.
But when you come in Williams-Brice, it's there's no telling what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's the real deal.
So,
I mean, I don't know. That's where
yeah.
our enemies come to die,
Yeah,
hopefully.
I like that. Guys, you know the deal. Please help us like, subscribe, comment, rate. Help us get this podcast out there. Share. You know the deal. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes podcast. And we are on YouTube now. So if you're missing this video, you can find us on YouTube at Titos&Chicken. So first of all, I'm going to start off with how about those Gamecocks? That's
Oh,
literally the first line on my notes right now. Again, big win over Auburn. We needed that.
yeah.
We need all the momentum we could get going into Clemson.
Yeah,
That's for
absolutely.
sure.
Yeah, I totally agree. You go in never knowing really what Gamecock team we're going to get, especially this year. It's just kind of been
Yep.
up and down. So going in and, we were both there. So that was fun. But you see first quarter 14-0 and you're like, oh God, like here we go again.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
Will we be able to, get ourselves out of this? And sure enough, I mean, they did. They played a hell of a game.
Yeah.
And it was exciting from, second quarter on. Just so proud of them. Just the fight that they have. I mean, I know we say that a lot, but it's proven true. And I feel like they're playing together. They're playing energized, enthused, and that's what you want, like you said, going into rivalry week. It's big.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we need all the momentum we could get.
Mhm.
We are playing Clemson. We know Clemson's a good team. Have they been inconsistent this year? Yeah, of course. But it's still Clemson. They're
Oh,
still
yeah.
lined with 4 and 5 star players on their roster.
Yeah.
So, we just got to be ready and ready to go. First of all, I want to give Dawn Staley and the women's basketball team a shout out. Wow.
Yeah.
A victory over number 2 UConn, 73-57 in the Bahamas. They were playing, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet. The game being at 12 o'clock though, I was just like, ugh. Like,
I know.
it was hard for a lot of people to watch. A lot of
Yeah.
people were working during the time and whatnot.
Yeah.
But they got the win. That's all that matters. So
great game. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I don't know what Dawn Staley says at halftime to her team, but she needs to come in to every locker room at halftime and like the turnaround that you see. I mean, it's like insane. I don't know what the is that she says, but she gets them fired up. And I mean, they played great in that second half. So not so much in the first, but they did the job. And you always love to see them win over UConn, especially just with
Yeah.
the competition there. And, they've gotten the best of us for the past couple of years. So it's
Yeah.
nice to win.
Yeah, for sure. We actually play UConn again. I want to
Mhm.
say in January or February. I'm not exactly sure what that, but
Yeah.
we do run into them again. So
Yeah.
big
Probably three
win.
times, maybe, if you think about
Yeah,
the team
if you think
too,
of it, yeah, yeah.
So,
Big
yeah.
win for the program. Guys, we're also bowl eligible now.
Mhm.
We are going bowling.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's
don't know
huge.
where we're going. If we win this Saturday, we'll even get a better bowl game. But
Yeah.
let's focus on our projections now. I can see us in Charlotte.
Mhm.
I can see us in Shreveport. I can see us in Birmingham.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to Birmingham at
I've been
all.
there. Not much to
Please don't
do.
select us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You were on the TV for the Birmingham game, weren't
I
you?
was, and I was like a look of like, I don't know what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
I was not cheering. I was upset about something, but yeah, Birmingham Bowl, not so great. Not where
Yeah.
you want to be. So
Okay, so people are giving me shit about talking about Birmingham. They're like, "Yeah, there's a new stadium there. It's not Legion Field anymore.
yeah,
Apparently they got a really nice stadium now."
well, that's good.
So, I think what you didn't like mainly was the stadium.
Yeah, Legion Field was rough. I'll tell you that.
It was rough.
I mean, the only good thing was that they sold alcohol in the stadium, but other than
Okay,
that,
yeah.
it was rough. But I mean, it's pretty historic. It's cool to say
Yeah,
that you've
yeah,
been there. But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Birmingham is cool. Like we went to this cool place like before, but where Legion Field is and kind of the surrounding area isn't the most fun. So
Okay, so somewhat rough, you would say for the most
yeah,
part. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha. So again, avoid Birmingham at all costs.
yeah.
Um,
Charlotte would be
but
cool.
yeah, but like I said, we win this Saturday, then I can definitely see possibly a Florida bowl game.
Hmm.
Maybe like Jacksonville for the Gator Bowl
Yeah,
or something like that,
yeah,
So but we just gotta wait and see. I'm just happy at the fact that we're bowl eligible. That's
yeah. And
that's
I
major, that's huge.
Yeah, and I think it takes a lot of pressure off this weekend. I mean, there's already pressure around this weekend, the rivalry and
Yeah.
everything, but having the bowl eligibility now under our belt, that's just not another added,
Yeah.
concern, so to speak. They can just go out and play with heart instead of worrying about that too. So,
Yeah. Yeah, for
for
sure.
us.
Another thing, guys, there's 200 tickets left for this game Saturday. This game is being close to being a sellout. Very, very close. I can see these 200 tickets being sold
Yeah.
by Saturday for sure.
Oh, yeah.
We need everyone there. We need each
Yeah.
and every one of you there. Yeah, will it be cold? Yes, it's going to be cold. It's November in South
Mhm.
Carolina. Uh, you got to be there. There's no excuses. There's no
Yeah.
rain in the forecast, no snow, no thunderstorms, none of that.
For the record, I mean, it was pretty cold this past Saturday, but when you're in the stadium, it's like you don't feel it.
Yeah, yeah,
Adrenaline, it doesn't matter. You'll be
yeah,
fine. Drink some more beer,
yeah,
put your, beer jacket on, you'll be good.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, I was shivering for a little bit towards the end
You
of
had
that
short
game.
sleeves on, Evan.
Yeah, I got a coat on. I put a coat on.
Oh,
You
okay,
didn't see the coat though.
good. Okay, good. Well, the key is to layers,
The
layer, layer,
layers. Yeah, yeah.
layer.
Don't be an idiot like me and wear short sleeves under a coat. Make sure you got long sleeves on. But yeah, there's no excuse. There's simply no excuse. This is literally the last game in Williams-Brice until September 3rd of next year when we play Georgia State.
Yeah.
Get
And I
there.
just feel like this is the game like this. We haven't really, stood a chance in years past. I mean, we all know that. But this game, I mean, anything can happen. So I
Yeah,
feel like any rivalry game in recent history, this is the one you want to be in because
for sure.
it's going to be big.
For sure. Yeah. This is guys like Lindsay just said, this is the game
Yeah.
that we actually have a chance. The last
Absolutely.
5, 6, I don't even know how many years they've beaten us in a row. What I don't even care, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. But this is our best year to compete with these guys for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
So okay. All right, that was a lot for our straight shots. We got to jump into this episode here.
Yeah.
A little small Auburn recap here. I had a few bullets here. So Saquandre White is the truth.
Mhm. Oh, yeah.
Uh, get. I was so happy for him. I
He
really
killed it.
was. I
Yeah.
really was. He almost had 100 yards. He was at 99 yards, so pretty much
Yeah.
100 yards. Offensive line, they showed up at times.
Yeah.
They had their moments.
Yeah. I think, yeah, early, they kind of looked, a
A little
little
sluggish.
sluggish, a little off. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was turned around. I feel like they did. I mean, and I thought it was so epic. Like when we had those touchdowns in the end zone, obviously, like they were the first ones there,
Yeah.
congratulating their teammates. Like they were hyped, like they were feeling good. And that's the energy you want because I feel like they fed on that
Yeah.
and just got better,
For
which
sure. Yeah.
it's going
Yeah.
to be huge this weekend. That offensive line
Yeah. Oh
is going to
God,
be
that's not even a question. Uh,
essential.
yeah, not even a question. Got to give a shout out to defense, giving up 17 points against a Auburn team that has
Yeah.
been putting up points all season. I mean, yeah, Bo Nix wasn't there, but their quarterback hung 52 against us last year.
Yeah.
52 points.
Yeah. No, defense was amazing. I mean, they held Auburn to what, 3 points after the first quarter. I
Yeah.
mean, that's insane. That's just a testament to Clayton White, testament to the effort. I mean, don't mess with our defense. I'm telling you, like there's something serious.
Yeah.
And what stood out to me was the physicality of our corners. I mean, I feel like they played physical. They,
Yeah.
played really well. Even with Cam Smith going out and getting injured. I mean, I feel like the secondary looked good
Yeah, for sure.
against TJ Finley and company. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Finley was a little off. I mean,
Yeah.
you saw that too. A couple of
Yeah.
passes in the dirt, overthrown receivers, whatnot. But I mean, hey, we'll take it.
Yeah.
We will
He didn't
take
look
it 100%.
Yeah, he definitely didn't look comfortable back there, and I feel like that shows, that not like it didn't seem like there was a huge pass rush, but our guys,
Yeah.
I don't know, they're just the effort they give. I mean, I feel like he didn't feel comfortable, so he felt forced to
Yeah.
make those throws, and then, stopping
Yeah.
the run obviously continues to be something that we need to focus on.
Yeah.
But
For
again,
sure.
Tank ran all over us. I feel like in the beginning, but then that tapered off. So
Yeah.
I feel like they adjusted.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, going back to Tank, he he's good.
Yeah.
Tank is solid. Obviously he was committed to us. We really wanted him badly, but he moved on to Auburn.
Yeah.
So hey, it is what it is.
And guess what? He's 0-2 against the Gamecocks ever since
He
that
is
decision.
0-2 against the Gamecocks.
Sorry.
Hopefully, Tank, you're listening to that. Anyways, and oh yeah, guys, and a very, very important bullet here. The ball did touch his leg.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Now let's get into the Clemson breakdown here. Clemson's 8-3 on the season, 6-2 in the ACC. Currently on a 4-game winning streak. Of course, we played them when they're on a winning streak. Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only our luck when they're catching fire right now. But anyways, offense, they're scoring points. 92-34 in their last 2 games, outscoring their opponents. Then again, you're playing UConn and you're playing Wake Forest. So
yeah. You know what I noticed when I was watching that Wake Forest game, just briefly, like obviously I saw like the very beginning and then we left to come to Columbia, but how small Wake Forest defense just looks in general. Like, no offense, but seriously.
It was a varsity versus JV. It's probably what it looked like.
Yeah, it did. It really did. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's about every other ACC team besides NC State and North Carolina and, but that's just who they face, and it's annoying. It really is annoying. Their road to the ACC championship is just a joke every year.
Yeah.
Literally a joke. So
totally.
Anyways, I'll get off that. I can talk all day about that. DJ, you want to talk about inconsistent? 9 touchdowns and 8 interceptions.
Yeah, I saw that.
When is the last time a Clemson's quarterback has had 9 touchdowns and 8 interceptions going into the 12th game of the season?
Yeah, that's so wild. And it's not like he has like sat for games. Like he's played. He started every game for them.
He started every game.
He's maybe missed a couple snaps with the other guy. I can't even say his last name, but for the most part, I mean, DJ's in there, every snap. It's
And the
wild.
one game that I did watch of Clemson this year was at your house against
Yeah.
Pitt.
Yeah.
And he got pulled. He
Yeah.
legit got pulled out again. I was like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
are they is that was the first Clemson game I was able to watch all season.
Mhm.
I was
Mhm.
confused. I was like, is Clemson really this bad?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I was just shocked.
Yeah, he's inconsistent. I mean, 100%. He and their offensive line to me is their biggest weakness.
Yeah.
That I feel like our defense, in preparation needs to scheme to pressure him.
Yeah.
Get that offensive line off because they have not been good.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have much room to talk, obviously, but
Yeah.
that's what I've noticed when watching Clemson play. I mean,
Yeah.
both of those two factors are where they seem to be weak.
I was going to mention that. You brought that up.
Yeah.
Bringing different blitz packages to
Yeah.
throw them off, to throw him off,
Mhm.
because that's how I feel we're going to
Yeah.
rattle him. Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, and I feel like he's kinda careless with the football, obviously, with his, 8 interceptions. I mean, that man will turn the ball over if he has some pressure.
Yeah.
Um, so I feel like that's, something, like you said, we should scheme for,
Yeah.
because, I mean, it's likely that he will turn the ball over, especially if he's under duress. I just don't know that he's able to handle that
Yeah. For
well.
sure. And the way our defense has been playing this year, I really feel that they can play with Clemson's offense. Compete with Clemson's
Yeah,
offense.
yeah,
Um, like I
totally.
said, this isn't going to be I don't see this game as being what was Clemson Wake score? 48,
48 to yeah.
27, some BS like that. I don't see that type of game
Mm-mm.
unfolding in Williams-Brice. I see this game not going to say it's going to be like the Georgia game where it was what 10-3. I
Yeah,
think it was. I think
yeah,
it's going to be something similar, maybe like a 20-17
yeah,
or 22-8. I don't know, something like that. Somewhere
right.
around that along those lines.
Yeah,
Because we struggle scoring,
yeah,
that. And
and
Clemson
they're
struggles scoring.
yeah. I mean, the Clemson defense is elite, so, I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
that's where we'll be tested. So,
We're
yeah, I
not we're
totally
not
agree.
scoring 48 points.
Oh my
No.
no.
I don't see us scoring north of 30, to be honest
Oh,
with
yeah,
you.
no, I don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this it should be a low scoring close game. That's how I see
Mhm,
it.
mhm,
So but yeah, there another thing about Clemson's offense, their leading receiver Justin Ross is
mhm.
out.
Yeah,
Very unfortunate situation though. I mean,
yeah.
sucks. I want to say what was it, a foot?
Yeah, it was
Something
like
like that?
an ankle, foot, something. I don't remember what game he got knocked out of, but yeah, he had like a boot on his foot not long after he was taken out. So
Yeah.
some kind
There's
of
always something going on with Clemson receivers. Do you remember? I want to say it was Mike Wallace who ran into the goalpost
yeah,
and his neck got turned or some,
yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
damaged
It was
nerves.
Mike Williams.
Mike Williams,
Yeah.
sorry. Mike Williams.
No, yeah, that happened, and then I mean, Justin Ross was the one that they found that he had some kind of like spinal issue
That's what
in
it
the spring
was, the
game, and he
spinal
was
issue.
out like all last season. So like this
Yeah.
is, I mean, yeah. So they've had some injuries, some
Like
setbacks there.
freak injuries. Like,
Yeah,
holy crap.
yeah.
So, but I mean,
But
regardless of him being out, they're still good.
I mean, yeah, they have great skill players. Nagata is an amazing receiver for
Yes.
them.
Yeah.
Will Shipley, their running back, he's good.
Yeah.
I
Pace
mean,
is solid as well. The other,
yeah,
well, he's the backup. Shipley's the starter, you would say?
Shipley's the starter. Yeah.
Yeah. And Pace is the
Um,
backup. I mean, they're both rushing for over 500 yards. So,
yeah,
they split the carries very well, I guess you can say.
yeah.
Um, so we got to obviously try to contain them.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. If we can force DJ to win the game for them, then we're in good shape.
we're
You
in
know what I
good
mean?
shape for sure.
Yeah,
Agreed. Totally agree with you there. I feel their defense has kept them in a lot of games, though.
absolutely.
A lot of games.
That's like
The
the
Louisville game was
yeah.
very close. Wow, there was someone else they just recently played.
I mean, the Wake Forest game, even you could say. I mean, they shut down
Yeah.
that high-powered offense, and Sam Hartman and stuff. That he wasn't able to do anything. He was getting killed in the
Oh,
backfield.
that
So
sounds about right.
yeah,
Yeah. So
Um,
that was literally my next topic or next bullet was the front four of Clemson.
yeah.
Uh, that's probably the strength of their team for sure.
Yeah. I would even say their front seven. I mean, my God. Because you got
Yeah,
that big
well, yeah,
Skalski guy, and oh, yeah, they're
yeah,
good.
yeah.
They're
They're gonna
physical.
bring yeah, they're gonna bring pressure for sure. Um, I felt like Jason Brown dealt with the pressure a lot better
Yeah.
last weekend against Auburn than he did Missouri.
Yeah, I agree.
I think he was listening to our podcast because we
Of
mentioned
course.
about the rolling out
Yeah.
and just doing the whatever that was, that move he
Yeah.
was doing.
Oh, God.
He looked a lot more polished against
Yeah, and
Auburn.
I agree. I think he looked really accurate when stepped up in the pocket instead of doing that weird rollout thing that he was doing every other
Yeah,
time. I mean, the play action calls when we were able to block, I mean, he looked great in play action and
yeah,
was able to, roll out and make plays. And I think too, like our run game was able to balance for him. So like he didn't have to
yeah,
throw the ball as much as he had to against Mizzou. So it's almost like
yeah,
he had that like balance, and so when he did make the throws that he had to make, they were accurate. They were perfect.
yeah,
Minus the one interception he had, which I just don't think he saw that safety. But other than that,
yeah,
in the first quarter, I thought he played really well too.
yeah.
So
And when the run game opened up,
yeah,
because you can tell, look at his stats. He only threw the ball 15 times.
yeah,
That's all we needed him to throw the ball.
exactly, exactly.
So, um, that's the thing with Clemson. Is he that type of quarterback? The less he throws, the better he is, or
Yeah,
the more he throws, the better. I don't know.
yeah. I just
He's
feel like
still. Oh, go ahead.
no, so I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I agree with you, and I feel like having him not feel like he has to throw, means that we are running the ball effectively, meaning we are in situations where it's like, 3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 15. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
we're moving the ball in general better. And so I
yeah,
feel like that just gives him the confidence and it opens the playbook, which I think is where he excels when you can open the playbook and can, you know, be creative. And
yeah,
I mean, he's got an arm, we all know, and he's
for sure.
accurate.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think the run game for us is going to be huge as far as helping him in those situations.
yeah. Um, you don't want. This is going to go into my next topic here for the keys to
Yeah,
the game. You don't want to put too much weight on his shoulder. You got to think
right,
about it. This is his fourth game. He's 2-1. It's his
right.
fourth game playing in the SEC. Obviously, he knows this is a different monster compared to the FCS, what he was playing in.
Yeah.
Um, we stated this in the beginning of the season. We are a running football team.
Hmm.
We are not a drop back. Let's throw the ball 40 to 50 times
Yeah.
and have a shootout. We don't want to get in a shootout with anyone
No. Heck
because
no.
9 times out of 10 we're losing that shootout.
Right.
So here, my next topic: keys to the game. What do you have for keys to the game here?
Yeah, so I totally agree with you there. My one of my keys to the game here is to win in the trenches. I mean, I feel like our offensive line has to play their best game to help Jason Brown, to help us establish the run, to get that push up front against a
Yeah,
really talented, elite defensive line for Clemson. And then to that point, I feel like we need to expose their offensive line with our pressure, with our edge rushers that we have. I feel like if we can do that, we can win the game.
okay,
And so I feel like with our defensive line, they need to get pressure on DJ, but they also need to stop the run too. With Jabari Ellis and the big boys inside.
yeah,
But
for
that's
sure.
going to be huge. And then just to win the turnover margin, I think if we can get pressure on DJ, he will turn the ball over, and that'll help us with scoring points or even getting us in the red zone or short field opportunities. But
Yeah,
if we can
yeah.
protect the football, we'll be in good shape too.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
What
I
about
like
you?
this. I like this. Well, I just mentioned this earlier about you can't really depend on Brown to do too much. We got to open up the run game. We got to be able to
Yeah.
run. A little more consistently than we did against Auburn. Granted, White had 100 yards,
Yeah,
but
and I think a lot of his yards, like he got those receiving yards too, where they were like putting him out in the flats and like getting him
yeah,
outside.
throwing him the
So
ball. Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a area where he can excel too. But I agree with you.
yeah, yeah. Just can't put too much weight on him, especially playing
Mhm.
Clemson, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so your biggest question for
Mm.
this game or question, excuse me.
Yeah, my biggest question is going to be, can we move the ball effectively against this defense? I feel like this defense is going to be the hardest minus Georgia that we've
Yeah.
faced, this season. So that's going to be a big deal. I mean, we've got
Okay.
to stay on the field offensively, give our defense, breathers and time to regroup and reset. Because if we get these 3 and outs, if we can't, get past the 50-yard line, we're not going to win.
We're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, we're in trouble. And then I think, obviously, too, not the biggest question, but we need to take advantage of playing at home, playing at Willie B at night, and get these long drives offensively so that the crowd can be engaged, involved, to help with that home field advantage, so to
Yeah.
speak. But
No, for sure. We're gonna need every how many fans can we sit? 85,000?
80,000, yeah.
80,000. We're gonna need every fan in that stadium to be
Yeah.
on their feet, yelling, screaming, going crazy,
Your
having
goal
a good
is to
time.
lose your voice.
Yes.
That should be
If
the
you don't
goal.
wake up Sunday morning and your voice is not 50% gone, then you
Right.
didn't do your job.
If it's not
And so
scratchy, if you don't need a hot tea to help soothe it, then
yeah.
you didn't do
Yeah.
enough.
No, totally agree with you there.
Mhm.
This is a it's a rivalry game. This is a huge game. This is what we wait for every year. It's this
Yeah.
game. We weren't able to play these guys last year due to
Mm-mm.
COVID. And 2019, that game was in Clemson, wasn't it?
Mhm.
And we lost. Actually, Debo had a really good game that game, I believe, if I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we lost, you know. So,
Right.
but this, I don't know. There's just something about this game. I feel it's going to be a lot closer than what people are thinking.
Yeah. I do too.
So,
I do too. Um, yeah, it's just I don't know. You get the hope. I have this feeling of hope, like I have this good feeling, and so you just want them to play all out. And I think Beamer obviously understands the rivalry. He obviously understands the weight of it. I think the players
yeah,
do too. And I think the players, they're sick of it. They're sick of, the past 7 years or more where they've just been manhandled essentially by Dabo and his little people. And it's
yeah,
like, enough is enough. And I feel like this team has the grit, that in past maybe they didn't, but they want to win, and I don't think they're going to
yeah,
give up. So it should be interesting
yeah. No,
to see.
agreed. Totally agree with you there. Honestly, my biggest question is: do we dig deep into the
Mhm.
playbook?
Yeah,
Do we throw literally the kitchen sink at Clemson?
yeah,
You kind of got. I feel, in my opinion, you have to throw that front seven off as much as you can
hmm,
because they're literally just going to pin their ears back and just come
yeah.
full speed at us every time.
I
They
mean,
know
yeah,
we have a struggling offensive line. They know we have a quarterback that has started 3 games.
yeah,
So that's just, defensive linemen are like they're chomping at the bits there. They're like, holy
right,
crap, like we're about to go all in. We're about to have a good game. So
yeah,
just to throw them off at certain points,
yeah. And I
I feel
think
we would
too,
have to do that.
yeah, no, I totally agree. Because you're right. I mean, that would be my game plan against us. I mean,
Yeah.
we've all watched it all season, but I feel like if anywhere they're weak, could be their secondary. So it's like you
Yeah.
hope that they can, like you said, scheme, play call, prep in such a way where we protect Jason Brown. Obviously, we can get the run game going, and then it opens up those downfield opportunities with Van
Yeah.
and with others. Um, yeah, and take advantage of their aggressive, front four blitz, and that they'll be sure to throw at us. So
Yeah. No, for
we'll
sure.
see.
And another question of mine was this is probably one of the offensive line's biggest tasks this
Absolutely.
year, besides Georgia. Oh God, I mean, nothing really
Yeah.
compares to that game. Um, but can they hold up the front four? Pretty much. I mean, can they hold those guys up?
Yeah, and I
Can
feel
they
like that.
maintain their blocks for 2 to 3 seconds to allow our running backs to open hole, or excuse me, find the holes and do their thing?
Yeah, and I feel like our guys, we have big offensive linemen, they are athletic. They have the capabilities there, but it's gonna
Yeah.
come down to heart. It's like, do you have the heart? Do you have the fight? Do you have, that mentality that I'm not gonna let this person get by me,
Yeah.
snap every snap. I mean, it's just got to be a mindset that they encompass.
Agreed.
Because you're right. I mean, it starts in the trenches, and if we can't, control the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah.
You can hang your hat on that. So I agree with you.
Okay. MVPs. I didn't want to do this section of the podcast, but I was just like, you know what? It's our last. Well, we got one more game to do, our bowl game.
Yeah.
But MVP, where are you going offensively?
So I'm going to go with someone who I'm obsessed with. It's a very obvious pick after what he did last week, but I'm going with Zaquandre White because
Okay.
I just love the way he runs the football. He runs like his life depends on it.
He
Literally,
runs like a madman. Like he
yeah.
really does.
No, literally. It's just he refuses to be taken down, and that's what I love
Yeah.
about him. And I just like that he kind of has his own little history with Clemson too. When he was at
Oh
Florida
yeah.
State,
I
and
saw that
I
earlier in the week.
appreciate
That was
that.
so funny.
Yeah, I'm like, he
Oh my
gets it.
god.
Like, this man gets it. So I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
feel like he has wanted to prove himself this whole year. He certainly has in my eyes, but I just feel like he's going to go out, and try and raise hell,
Yeah, for
especially
sure.
prove, his ability. So I'm going Zaquandre White, and we all obviously need the run game to be successful. So he's going to be a big
Okay.
part of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a pick here. You're probably gonna be like, whoa, went out of left field with this one.
Yeah.
I really think the offensive line is gonna show up this game.
Yeah.
There's just so much fire with this game, this type of game. Did Clemson get ranked this Monday or no?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
don't know.
Wow, 3-loss team and still not ranked. Wow.
I don't
Okay.
know. I mean, they did just beat
A
Wake
number
at
10,
10.
Wake.
So they got to be in there.
They have to be ranked by this time. But anyways, yeah, so my thing is I just feel there's just going to be a fire under the offensive line. Um Last home game for some of those guys. We need them.
Yeah.
They've taken so much slack all year,
Yeah, they have.
just like excuse me, I said slack. They've taken so much shit
Yeah.
all year. And I know
Yeah.
they've seen it on social media, Twitter, Facebook, whatever,
Yeah.
and I just think they're just like, you know what? This is our last game of the season. Well, barring the bowl game, excuse me.
Right. Right.
Let's do this. Let's go out there and show out. Let's go
Yeah.
do our thing. So
I
I'm
mean,
gonna go with the offensive line.
I like that. I mean, they're going to be essential, to whether we win or lose. I mean, they
Yeah.
will be. So I like that pick, and I agree with you. They have a chip on their shoulder. Why wouldn't you? I would. I mean, if
Yeah,
that I was in their position,
for
and
sure.
they're athletes, they're competitors. Like, they obviously want, to win. There's no doubt. So I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay. How about defense? Where are you going defensively?
All right, I'm going big man. My big man,
Okay. Nice,
Jabari
nice.
Ellis. I'm going Jabari
Okay.
Ellis here because I just love him so much too. I mean, what's not to love? But
Yeah.
he's just, after that scoop and score he had, oh my God, I just
Yeah.
love him. But I think he plays with fire. I
Okay.
think he is, again, a man on a mission. He'll be essential to
Yeah.
clog up that middle with their running
Yeah.
backs that they
To
have.
stop Shipley and Pace.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and make them one-dimensional, and then let his other, edge rushers like Enigbari and everybody go out and attack DJ.
Sterling. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so I'm
Okay.
going Ellis.
Nice. Going with a very underrated player here that doesn't get talked about really at all. Cam Smith.
Mhm.
With DJ just being so inconsistent, I really feel like one of the DBs or one of the corners they're gonna have a game.
Yeah,
They're gonna take advantage of him just being so inconsistent back there, missing throws, missing receivers, whatnot. So I can see Cam Smith maybe with an interception here. Yeah, I'm
oh
calling
yeah,
it interception. Cam Smith.
love it.
he
Oh yeah,
he's overdue for one for sure.
yeah. He's
Definitely overdue.
by far our best cover corner for sure. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I hope he's good. I know he was having that kind of knee issue, so hopefully
yeah,
he'll be able to play. I think he will be, but
yeah.
anyways, great pick. He's
Totally missed that. He got hurt in what game
mhm.
was that? Was it the
Auburn
Auburn game?
game. Yeah.
Okay.
It was
We'll
like
see.
second
It's
half.
it was the second half of the game?
Yeah, it was like his knee, but I mean, yeah, I don't know what they haven't said much about it, but he did go
Okay.
out. Um, but
Gotcha.
again, I feel like if that man can play, he's gonna play. I mean,
Yeah. I
you
mean,
know,
he's an NFL corner. Like, he really is. Guy's
yeah, he's good.
solid.
Yeah.
But like I said, he doesn't really get talked about too much,
Yeah. Yeah.
because he's kinda he's been flying under the radar. There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect
I
word for
agree.
that. Perfect phrase for that.
Yeah.
So, okay, we got a listener question too from one of our buddies here, Taylor. Taylor asked, this was a good question, I thought. What do you hate most about the team in the upstate and why? Lindsay,
Oh,
I'm gonna lead you there. What you got?
oh my gosh. This is such a Taylor question. This is so
It
funny.
is. It definitely is.
I mean, let's be honest, like what is there? There's nothing to like. So I feel like everything about them is just ugh.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
we literally did the same notion too.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's just there's too much. Just everything they do
Yeah.
is just too much. The what I hate the most, I probably hate Dabo Sweeney the most, honestly. I just can't get behind what he's about. I don't like his little cheerleader act that he puts on. I
Yeah.
think he's the most self-righteous person in the whole world.
Yeah.
And I just can't. So he just bothers me
Yeah.
so much. But I mean,
Yeah.
the orange, no one looks good in orange. Like, don't
Orange
wear
and
it.
purple.
And
Like,
purple, no.
ugh.
Bad look. How they run down the
Yeah.
hill, their rock that they touch. I just think it's all
Yeah.
just lame. All just lame.
I wish more people would fall
I
coming
know,
down that hill
I
so
know. You really
bad.
wonder. And oh my god, when Dabo Swinney, when he sprinted down the hill, can
That
you
oh my
remember that
god.
video, please? I
That
just
made me
wanted to
so mad.
die.
I
I
was
was
just
like,
like, "What are you doing, dude? Like, what's the point of
it's
this?"
not cool. It's not about you. I hate that. I hate that so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
anyway.
Taylor,
So
you got Lindsay fired up there,
I
by the way.
know, I know. What about you?
um, it's just living in South Carolina. You're either a Clemson fan or you're a Carolina fan.
Mhm,
Um, I became a Carolina fan in the 7th grade, middle school.
mhm,
Um, my buddies, my two good friends, James Pegram and Casey Pegram, both diehard Gamecock fans. Their parents, their grandparents, they were all boosters, all that good stuff. And I went to my first game. It was Navy versus South Carolina.
mhm.
And I just remember falling in love, literally in love with that stadium.
Oh, yeah.
And I never turned back ever since.
Yeah.
I was going back on Facebook memories and looking during the rivalry week of all the Facebook statuses I said about Clemson. Wow, I was mean. I was mean.
Yeah.
I posted something on Twitter today, which is actually really funny. Did you see that? The pitchfork thing, the
Yes.
selfie? I
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, I'm gonna come out with something every day
yeah,
because like that's just how much I hate Clemson. I don't
yeah,
really talk about them during the season, but when it comes to this week,
yeah.
they get everything from me
I know.
because I hate them. I hate the colors.
I know.
Um, I
It's
hate the town. It's not even a city; it's a freaking town
That's true.
that has maybe 4 or 5 bars in it.
Yeah,
Like it's. I hate it. Like I really do not
I know.
like Clemson. You know.
I know. And it's like so hard so I'm a diehard Carolina fan too, obviously. My dad went to Carolina, my mom went to Clemson, and so I love my mother. She's like my best friend. Love her so much, but I'm sorry, mom. Hope you don't listen to this part of the show, but yeah, Clemson is just I can't. I mean, I literally can't. Like, I don't know how you can cheer for that team. I really
And
don't.
the
There's
chant, the
oh,
CL, it's just like shut up.
the
Like
woohoo thing, the paw thing, that's so stupid. Everything's
yeah,
stupid.
it really is. Like God, this is the most I've talked about Clemson all year.
Mhm.
Like I said, I don't really talk about them during the season because I don't care. I focus on who we're playing each week. But
Yeah.
now that we're on Clemson, I'm just like, it's just, and it sucks, Lindsay, because where we live, there's so many Clemson fans here.
Well, yeah, and you have the bandwagon ones that just don't know anything about anything, and then they decide they're a Clemson fan, and that's just the worst. I'm just like, "Oh my god."
They
Like,
can't even tell you more than 3
no.
players on the team.
Nope.
But they sit here on Saturdays and cheer and post on Facebook, "Go Tigers, the best year yet." Get the hell out of here with that
Oh
shit.
my gosh. I know, I'm like, "Y'all don't even know. Just stop."
Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
guys, obviously you can tell we do not like Clemson at all. But
Yeah.
anyways, guys, thank you. This was a lengthy episode. I had a feeling it was going to be one.
Yeah.
Um, Thank you so much for listening. We will go live one more time for our bowl game. Please, Birmingham, do not pick us. Um, we will be going live one more time, guys, and then we'll be focusing on recruiting, basketball, and
Yeah.
then baseball.
Good
So
times.
yeah. I mean, it's going to be fun talking about women's basketball. I mean,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just so damn good.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
It's
just
so
talk
good.
about swag, like a team that just has swag, like, I love them.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the men are. I feel like they're going
Yeah.
to have a promising season as well.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything bad about them and Frank Martin, but I have been seeing projections. They're saying we will finish 6-12 in the SEC or so. I can't remember what the
Yeah.
projections were, but they were BS. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Like we're not. I don't see us being that bad.
Right.
We just beat a tournament team last week. God, who was that we played?
UAB?
UAB, yeah.
Yeah.
UAB is going to be in the tournament for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Um,
They play tonight, don't they? They play Wofford tonight, I think.
yeah, I
Yeah.
believe they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll turn that on here shortly and catch a little bit of that and whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
For
but
sure.
again, guys, thank you so much for listening, being with us. We've greatly appreciate it. And we will be back here whenever our bowl game's announced. So
That's right. Let's
on
do
that note, go
it.
Cox.
Go Cox.